Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about the concept called data gathering. So generally what is meant by data gathering? Data gathering means gathering the data from different concepts or different nodes, etc. So in our mobile computing environment, data gathering means gathering the data from different sensor nodes. So according to our concept, what they are discussing about data gathering, just we will listen now. So the main objective of the data gathering problem is to transmit the sensed data from each sensor node to a base station. So what is this point says means, so whenever you gather the data from different nodes which you have sensed and gathered the different data from different nodes. Finally, you transfer the data from sensor nodes to base station, and from base station to you can transfer to any other places. So while doing like these types of concept, transferring the gathering the data from different sensor nodes and transfer that one to base stations, so we have a lot of problems. So to overcome those problems only we are going to discuss this concept. Then come to the second point is when you are gathering the data for the base station from all the sensor nodes at once, this is called as one round. That means one round is defined as the base station collecting data from all the sensor nodes once. So if you once collected the data from all the sensor nodes and if you transfer that one to the base station, this is called as one round is completed. And second round, again it collecting the data from all the sensor nodes. Second round, in that round manner, the base station collecting the data from sensor nodes. So the main goal of these algorithms which implements data gathering is to maximize the number of rounds of communication before the network die and the network becomes inoperable. That means before the nodes are dying or the network became inoperable, maximum number of rounds wants to communicate between the sensor nodes and the base station. That means base station wants to collect maximum amount of data from sensor nodes before the network become inoperable or networks nodes may die. So this is the main goal of these algorithms. Then the second one is, next point is, this means while doing like this, you must minimize the energy should be consumed and the transmission should occur with minimum delay also. But these two concepts are more conflicting requirements. When transferring the data from sensor nodes to base station, we want to minimize the energy usage and we want to transfer the data between these two things with minimum delay. These two are more conflicting requirements. So that's why in data gathering environment, if you want to compare any algorithms about their efficiency, we are mainly using the point called energy into delay metric. Hence, the energy into delay metric is the most using point to compare different algorithms for data gathering. Then, for the data gathering concepts, we have some algorithms to implement data gathering. They are given below. So, nearly there are four different types of algorithms are there to implement data gathering. In that, the first one is direct transmission. So, what is meant by direct transmission? It's given in the first point. Direct transmission means all sensor nodes transmit their data directly to the base station. So this is the concept of direct transmission. So this is more expensive, extremely expensive term of energy consumption because the sensor nodes directly transferring the data to base station. That's why more energy is consumed by the sensor nodes since base stations may be very far away from the nodes. So base stations may be very far away from the nodes. That's why it's consuming more energy. Then nodes may take turn. So already we discussed one round format. So when the sensor nodes transfer the data once from base station, from sensor nodes to base station, it's called as one round. In the same manner, nodes may take turns while transmitting to base station for the main purpose of avoiding collisions. So if we completed one round, then in the second round, again all the base stations transferring the data to all the sensor nodes transferring the data to base station. Then again third round. In that manner, the base station collecting the data from sensor nodes, it avoids collision, and media access delay is also large. In the term manner, the base station collecting the data means it also increase the delay also. Then this scheme is poorly performed and the respect of energy and delay metrics. So this energy and delay metric concept are poorly performing in the concept of direct transmission. So what is the concept of direct transmission is the sensor nodes transmit the data directly to the base station. That's why it is more expensive and it consumes more energy. Why? Because of the base stations are so far away to the sensor nodes, and the delay is also large. That's why it is very poor for the concept of energy into delay metrics. So this is the concept of direct transmission. Then we are moving to the next second concept is power efficient gathering for sensor information system. This is the second algorithm. This algorithm is also shortly called as PEGASIS, nothing but power efficient gathering for sensor information systems. Is a data gathering protocol based on the assumption. So this protocol is based on some assumption. What is that assumption is that all sensor nodes know the location of every other node. That is the topological information is available to all the nodes. So based on this protocol, that is nothing but power efficient gathering for sensor information system, data gathering protocol is assuming that all the sensor nodes know the other neighbor sensor nodes locations. That means all the topological information is available to all the other nodes also. This is just an assumption. Based on this assumption, this protocol is working. And nodes that are required transmission range to reach the base station in one hop when it is selected as leader. That means, so if a base station is there and a hop is there, if that hop can directly communicate with the base station, there is no any intermediate node between them. Such type of node is selected as a leader. That is represented here as a transmission range to reach the base station in one hop when such type of node is selected as a leader. So I will show that one in the diagram clearly. So then next point is the goals of power efficient gathering for sensor information systems. They are followed. There are four different goals for PGASIS. What are those means? First one, minimize the distance over which each node transmit. Then second one, minimize the broadcasting overheads. Then third one, minimize the number of messages that need to be sent to the base station. And the fourth one, distribute the energy consumption equally across all the nodes. That means the first goal says you must minimize the distance between the nodes to transfer the data. So what is the distance existed between the nodes for transmitting the data? You must be minimize that distance. Then second one is minimize the broadcasting overhead. Minimize the broadcasting overhead. Then third one is minimize the number of messages that need to be sent to the base station. Instead of sending 5, 6, 7, 10, 100 of messages to the base station, minimize those messages into one or two to the base station. So minimize the number of messages sent to the base station is the third goal. Then fourth goal is distribute the energy consumption equally across all the nodes. All the nodes are consuming the energy in an equal format. So these are the four goals are used when using power efficient gathering for sensor information systems. Then come to the diagrammatic representation of data gathering with power efficient gathering for sensor information system concept. So here this is nothing but a base station which is helpful to gather the data and transfer to some other networks in the outside. So these are all nothing but the nodes which are in that network. So here we want to select a leader. So what is the procedure of the leader? We already discussed. The the leader node, which node wants to select as a leader, that node wants to place very near to the base station. That means one hope distance. If the leader wants to communicate with the base station, nobody must be exist between the base station and leader. So direct communication must be exist between the leader and base station. Such node wants to select it as a leader. Then the transmission starts from so far away node from the base station. So this node is taken as a starting node, and this node transfer the data to the neighbor node, and that node will transfer the data to its neighbor. In the same manner, data will pass from one node to another node, finally reach to the leader. And in the opposite side also, it's also moving in the same manner, and all the data is gathered in the leader and aggregated the data, and a single message is transferred to the base station. So because this is the concept of PGASIS concept. So when transferring the data from leader to base station, we may not transfer number of data. So we want to transfer only single minimum number of data, or less number of data wants to transfer from leader to base station. So this is the concept of PGASIS. Then moves to third concept. The third concept is binary scheme. So binary scheme means in the name itself we have a concept meaning called binary. Binary means two. So this is also a kind of chain based scheme like a PGASIS. So PGASIS concept is a chain concept, starting from one place continuously it moves to the last. In the same manner, so chain concept is there. In the same manner, binary scheme is also a chain based scheme like PGASIS. But the binary scheme which classifies the nodes into different levels. So in the PGASIS, we are not classifying the nodes, but in binary scheme, we classifying the nodes into different levels, even though we are maintaining chain-based schemes. How it is, I will give you the clarity on the in the diagram. Then, so the binary scheme is also a chain-based scheme like PGCAA, and it see GASIS, and it is also classifies the nodes in different levels. Then all nodes which receive messages at one level are rise to the next level. That means, so in one level, what the nodes are applicable, all the nodes must receive the messages. After completed the total message transmission, then it goes to the next level. Then the number of nodes is half from one level to the next level. That means when you are moving from one level to another level, in the first level, if you have some number of nodes, when you are moving to the second level, it comes to half of the nodes are eliminated. That means if in the first level you have 10 nodes, when you are coming to the second level, there is only 5 nodes are there. That is the point says the number of nodes is half from one level to next level. For that, a small example is given here. For instance, consider a network which contains 8 nodes labeled S0 to S7, which is shown in the diagram. So then finally, after completed all the things, the aggregated data reach to the base station in the fourth step. So basically in this diagram we have 4 steps. After completed or passed out all the steps, finally the fourth step, they aggregated the total data, and that one is sent to the base station, which is order of log n base 2, where n is the number of nodes in the network. But this scheme, this binary scheme is possible only the nodes communicating using CDMA. CDMA means code division multiple access concept. So that transmission of each level can take place simultaneously. So CDMA means only one type of format. If one concept is carrying on, means another concept cannot be possible. So we already know CDMA cell phones only dedicated to particular concept only. So such type of concept is used in binary scheme. So this is nothing but the pictorial representation of binary scheme. So already we discussed in the concept, we have 7 nodes, starts from S0 to S7. So in the first step, So the data is transferring from one node to another node, and from one node to another node, one node to another node. In the same manner, from all the nodes they are received the data. Then after completed the total nodes receiving the data, it moves to next level. So what is the concept when you are moving to next level? Only half of the nodes are possible in the next level. So then here the nodes are reduced. That means what is the data you are gathered in S1 is transferred directly to S3. Then what is the data you are gathered in S5 is directly transferred to S7. So after completing all the nodes in the second level is to receive the data, then it moves to step 3, that means next level. So what is the concept of when you are moving next levels? Half of the nodes must be available in the new step. That means only here 4 nodes are there, here we have only 2 nodes. So data is transferred in S3 to S7. So the total data now transferred to the S7. So this session is this level is also over. Then moves to the next level. When you are moving to the next level, only half of the nodes will be there. Here 2 nodes, there only 1 node in the step 4. So what is the total data the node 7 S7 may contain? It aggregate the data and finally transfer the data to base station. So this is the concept of binary scheme. So then come to the fourth concept is nothing but chain based 3-level scheme. So this is also a chain based scheme, but it maintains only 3 levels and it is not follows CDMA sensor nodes. So your binary scheme follows CDMA sensor nodes, but chain based 3-level scheme may not maintain chain CDMA sensor nodes, and binary scheme is not applicable. So whenever you are using CDMA, binary scheme is applicable. If you are not following CDMA, binary scheme is not applicable. Then come to chain based 3-level scheme addresses this situation where again a chain is constructed like PEGASIS concept. In the same manner of PEGASIS concept, here we are following the same type of concept to form a chain or to construct a chain. So the chain is also divided into a number of groups to space out some simultaneous transmissions in order to minimize interference. So in chain-based tree-level schemes also, like PGASIS concept, we are constructing the chain. The chain is also divided into number of groups. Within a group, nodes transmit one at a time. So within that group, say group means a small number of nodes are available in that group. In that group also, if one node wants to transmit the data to another node, it may take place at once only. One node transmit one at a time. Other nodes wants to silent in that group. So if one transmitter is completed, then other node can start their transmission in the group. So one node can transmit one at a time. So one node out of which the group aggregate the data from all the group members and rise to the next level. So in that manner, all the members in the group, all the nodes in the group are transmitted the data and it is collected in one place and it aggregate that data. Afterwards, after aggregated that one, then it goes to the next level. So it's also containing 3 levels. It goes to the next level. The indexing of maintaining the leader node is decided a priori. A priori decided that leader. Here also we have a leader also, leader concept. So the leader gathered in the group, leader gathered the data and aggregated that one. After completed that one, you will go to the next level. Then in the second level, all nodes are divided into 2 groups. So in the second level, we may have only 2 groups. In the third level, consists of message exchange between one node from each group of the second level. So in the second level, we have 2 groups. When you coming to the third level, we have only one group. Finally, the leader transmit a single message to the base station. So this concept is also a chain based concept and we have only 3 rounds. That means 3 levels. So in the 3 levels, in the first level, what the nodes are there, make them into 3 groups. And in that group, one became a leader. It is also decided by a priori. And that leader will get gather the message from all the other nodes, but the nodes can transfer the data one time only. After transfer the data by one, then another node can transfer the data. After gather all the data by the leader from all the nodes, he aggregated that one and it will move to the next level. So the same concept, I will explain it based on the diagram also. Let's come to an example. So the working of this scheme is illustrated in the figure. The network has 10 nodes and group size is 10 at first level and 5 at the second level. Then 3 levels, then third level have been found to give optimum energy into delay through simulation. Then so this is nothing but the pictorial representation of chain-based three-level scheme. Just come to the first level. The first level, we said in the example, we have 100 nodes, that is from S0 to S99, and here we form three leaders. So three leaders means a group. So this is taken as a group, and this group S7 is a leader. So all the other nodes in the group transfer the data to S7. S7 gathered the data in that group. In the same manner, other groups are also there. So this group starts from second group starts from S10 to S18. So in this group, all the members transfer the data to the leader S17, and in the same manner, the groups are formed and the leaders are gathered the data. Then after completed the total transmission of data from nodes to leaders, then second level will be arise. In the second level, the nodes may be of reducing the nodes. Then leaders are also reduced. So let's come to this one. Then here node 7 to 17, and this may become a group. So all the group members can transfer the data to the group leader, and here also all the nodes will transfer the data to the group leader. Then all the data transmission is completed, then it arrives, then it goes to the next level. The next level, automatically the nodes and the leaders are reduced. Then here it became a single leader, because this node may contain total data. That means node 17 may contain the data, and node 67, S67 may contain the data. So node 67 sends the data to node S17. So now all the data is available in node S17. So S17 aggregated the data and it goes to the next level. In the fourth level, all the data is transferred to in a single format, transferred to base station. So according to our data gathering concept, so this is nothing but chain based three level scheme. So according to data gathering concept, by viewing different algorithms, what they are saying here is, so what are the data available in the nodes, they are all gathered and sent to the base station. So while sending like this, so we must consume less energy and less delay also we want to follow. For maintaining all these things, we are using these three different types of algorithms. Thank you.